Okay guys, so I'm going to show you guys how to do a fur trench coat. Don't mind my son. Anyways, you guys, it's fairly easy how I did it. Just kind of follow my visual steps. I don't think I'm going to talk much on this video, but yeah. As you can see here, I'm kind of measuring the trench's arm just to see, I guess the armhole length, just to see how long I need to cut the fur down, like diagonal, and then across how, I guess the width across. And it was 8 inches in width, like the shoulder part and the back part, and then it was 10 inches down, so the armhole. So that's how long and wide I cut the slit, so that way I could literally just slide the fabric up the armhole and then just glue it around. So there's really no right or wrong way to do it. I honestly just laid the fabric down on the coat and used the coat as an actual pattern. And then I glued on the coat first and then laid the fabric on top. So wherever the fabric laid and was attached to, that's where I would cut beside it, instead of like trying to be all extra and like measuring it out. Because honestly, you're literally just covering the coat in the fur. Also, I'm just literally cutting away at the excess fur that I don't need. So it's just simple as that, honestly. Just, kind of look up underneath the fabric as you're cutting it and see where and how much you need of it, and then just start gluing down. It's fairly simple. I also suggest hemming the fur. So when I mean by hemming, if you're not familiar with like the sewing terms, literally put the glue on the edge of the fabric and then roll the fabric and then attach it to itself. So that way it'll give you like a clean, smooth edge instead of that raw edge that looks like it's just been cut by scissors. You want it to look fairly clean, even though you didn't do any professional, way of crafting it. You don't want it to look as such. Just so you guys know, I do only use industrial hot glue guns and the hottest sticks that they have, simply because I love permanent attachments. I don't want my jacket to come apart or anything to fall off, so I always use hot glue guns with any crafts or DIY things that I use if I don't feel like sewing. Also, you do want to kind of press down fairly hard or put weight on the glue after you attach it, just so it will give you a seamless look and also it won't come apart. Make sure you guys are going up under the fabric and gluing each edge of the fabric there is. Like literally any part of the jacket, you want to glue it down. Even up under the whole panel of the jacket, you can go ahead and glue that down. But honestly, I didn't take the time out to do that just because it is a little time consuming and I was a little low on glue sticks. On the edge of the coat also, you want to overlap the fabric, so that way once the jacket opens up, it'll look blue in the inside and not nude. So definitely overlap your fabric. Like I said before, there's no right or wrong way to do it, especially with like gluing on the sleeves part. Honestly, I just take scrap pieces that are bigger than the actual sleeve, and then put the glue on the coat sleeve first, and then lie my fabric down on there, and then I'll just cut the excess off. Honestly, also with the sleeve, the best way to do it is gluing on top of the actual fur. So like once I do this front, well, I guess the back panel of this sleeve, on the front panel, I'll glue the panel on top of this fur, just so it'll kind of, be a seamless look instead of it having like, raw edges. It'll just look like fur. On the opposite side, I pretty much just did everything the exact same. I just wanted to give you guys a different angle to see it from, just in case it wasn't very clear on the opposite side. So right here is where I was talking about gluing the fur on top of each other, just so it'll give a seamless look instead of you gluing it to the actual, I guess, other edge. It just looks a lot better if you glue it on top, just because you can't tell where the sleeve stops or starts. So for the collar, it was super simple. I literally took another scrap piece of fur and kind of measured it with the fur, just to see if it was wide enough and long enough to be attached to the collar. And it actually was. So I just glued around the neck first, then attached the far edge of the fur, and then I glued the top part of the collar, and I glued that part down to the fur, and then also underneath I just rolled it over and kind of just glued up under too. Okay, so I forgot to do a good overlap on this side, so I was just going over it and getting another piece of fur and gluing it on there, just because I want it to look blue in the inside. If I lift my jacket, or if my arm is in my jacket and I lift it up, I want it to look blue on the edge instead of that tan color. And there you guys have it. This was super easy DIY. I had so many people sending me pictures from like Instagram boutiques about how they wanted me to make this jacket for them, but I did you one better. I'm showing you guys how to make it yourself with a thrifted trench coat from Goodwill and, you know, a couple of yards of fur. So hopefully you guys have good luck making this. Thank you. See you soon.